It's been 20 years to the day since the opening ceremony, but the spirit of the Sydney Games still burns strong. The cauldron relit without any technical issues this time.
I'd marched in with the team and was standing down there in front of it with members of our women's rowing eight, and they're going, "John, is this meant to be happening?" I'm going, "No." And in my own mind I was going, "Oh, just leave the thing there. We'll pretend that's what was meant to happen. We'll get it up the next day."
Based in Melbourne, Cathy Freeman was unable to attend due to COVID-19 travel restrictions, but she did send her best via message.
I am very proud of the fact that when I lit the cauldron all those years ago, it was a symbol of hope for all young Australians.
There were still plenty of familiar faces to help take a trip down memory lane and celebrate the anniversary of such a big moment in Australia's history.
It was a really healthy distraction watching the opening ceremony on TV for me. It meant that I wasn't thinking about what I had to do the next day.
The opening ceremony kick-started not only the greatest ever Olympic Games, but also the best ever Paralympics, setting the standard for future host cities.
For me, being in Atlanta and seeing what the Olympic athletes had and then going on to the Paralympics and being quite devastated to know that the organising committees didn't work together, but come 4 years later, you know, Sydney was determined to make it the best games ever for Paralympic history, and the two organising committees did work together and did put on the best show ever.
While Australia's 632 Olympians from Sydney deserve all the credit they receive, AOC President John Coates reserved a special mention for the 46,000 volunteers who helped lift the spirit in the harbour city 20 years ago.
The unknown was the impact that the volunteers would have. We should have realised volunteers are part of our culture. You know, beaches, putting out the bushfires, all of those things. We've got a history of volunteerism in Australia, and it never was on display as well as in Sydney.
It was absolutely fabulous. It's something that you will always remember for the rest of your life.
And you still proudly keep that uniform.
That's right, still fits, that's even better.
With this site triggering so many happy memories 2 decades on, the burning question remains whether Tokyo will actually go ahead next year.
By the time we get to the end of the year, we'll make an assessment of, make a call on just what countermeasures we'll need to apply for the Games to go ahead. The good thing is the national government sees it as a matter of priority. They're throwing whatever resources are necessary at it.
While John Coates and the IOC look ahead to Tokyo 2021, the locals here in the harbour city are reminiscing, catching a glimpse of the cauldron lit here at Cathy Freeman Park just outside Stadium Australia. Scott Jackson, Sky News.